For the best sports in Lorain, that's TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
Welcome to Girls Junior Varsity Basketball. Rob Polinsky here with you, along with Joe Bach on WLCS TV. As it's the undefeated Lorain Titans going up against the Bedford Bearcats. Lorain in the home whites and Bedford in the road green uniforms. It'll be jumping for the Lorain Lady Titans, Miriam DeValier. And the tip is controlled by the Titans, and we get a jump ball. So for the Titans, that was Bree Chapman battling with Amaria Richardson for it. So they'll have another jump. Starting for the Titans today, and Coach Nate Parton. Again, they're undefeated at 15-0. Ball in the air, and it's taken down by LaShante Alston for Bedford. We'll get you the starting fives here momentarily. Shot goes up, no, but we're going to get a whistle and a foul on DeValier right away. So DeValier's first team's first. For Nate Parton's Lorain Lady Titans, it'll be Bree Chapman, Paige Barraclough, Derica Coates, Delasia Coates, and Miriam DeValier. That is the starting five for the Lorain Titans. Actually, it's Delasia Nixon. I wrote coach twice on my sheet. I know that's not right, Joe.
No.
That's what happens when you scribble at the end.
There you go.
Free throw up, no good by Denham Whitted.
It's a makeup game from a couple Saturdays ago.
Right.
It was
when it almost snowed.
Yeah, well, it snowed early in the morning, and it was heading east, and they didn't. So,
it almost snowed that day. I remember. It missed both free throws, and Bedford comes out of there with it. LaShante Alston with the basketball. Cree Hall, Kalia Hinton, Denham Whitted, and Amaria Richardson are the five on the floor for the Bearcats. The outlet pass is intercepted by Alston. Cross court, the left elbow jumper up off the back of the rim, and the return is blocked. Back up, no, but another foul. We'll get a couple of free throws. And talking with Coach Parton, asked him how it went the first time they played Bedford. And he informed me that the Titans won that game, he thought by about 20 points was his recollection. But Saturday we saw Lorain against Cleveland Heights, and Lorain had defeated Cleveland Heights very easily in the first game. And it wasn't as easy in round two, as Lorain was only up by 3 at halftime. And then they pulled away in the second half. But it'll be interesting to see in this round two if Bedford can maybe play Lorain a little bit better. Richardson, first of two. That one's going to be short. For Lorain, coming into the contest is Nasaya Steelman. Steelman in, and she'll replace DeValier.
Both the JV and the varsity leading the Lake Erie League. Of course, the JV with a stellar undefeated record.
Right. You know, they're 15-0. The varsity 14-3. So I was thinking about that, Joe. The two teams combined this year, 29-3. When the heck was the last time you could say that about Lorain girls basketball?
I've been here 19 years, and I can't remember.
Seriously, I can't either.
20, yeah.
We've got an early timeout here for the Bedford Bearcats. And that's going to let us remind you that you're watching Lorain City Schools Television. It's WLCS TV 20. Of course, we're on Spectrum Cable. 1.5 million views on the YouTube station. That's Lorain Schools TV 20. You can follow us on Twitter. That's at LCS_TV 20. Check out Lorain Schools TV 20 on Facebook for all your entertainment and informational needs. And if you like Lorain Schools TV 20 on Facebook, you can win some great prizes.
Just an update. We're close to now 1.7 million.
Wow.
We're getting a lot of new viewers, new subscribers. Our subscriber base growing to almost 4,000, which is for a school. That's really good.
They'll inbound it. Steelman tries to pass inside. It's going to be stolen away. And the steal is Cree Hall. She's a freshman for Bedford. Alston, no score. 5:20 to go first quarter. Alston will hand it off, and that is Kalia Hinton. Inside the lane, the jumper goes up around her rim, and it fell off. And the rebound is going to be ripped out of there by Derica Coates of Lorain. She's fouled in the backcourt. Foul on Hinton, her first team's first. So Derica Coates will inbound. She gets it to Paige Barraclough. Bree Chapman breaks the press. Chapman will put the floater up. It's too far. The rebound is back up. No. They battle for it. And for Bedford coming out of there with the basketball is Cree Hall, a freshman.
tell you what, Rob, the longer Bedford could stick around in this game, and there's no score yet, the more confidence they're going to get. Like you said, the first time around, Lorain pretty much had the complete advantage, winning by, I believe, over 20.
Yes. On the inbound, they get it to Steelman. She goes cross-court. Derek Coates. Coates likes to go to her left. She'll fall down. Now gets rid of it to Chapman before she traveled, and we're going to get a whistle, and I think Nate Pardon got a timeout.
He did.
So he did, and that will give us a moment to let you know about the Lorain Sports Hall of Fame. They're going to have their annual fundraiser steak fry, and that's going to be Sunday, March 8th. It's from 4 to 7, and it's at the Amherst Eagles, and that's located on Milan Avenue in Amherst. For $25, you get a dinner ticket that will include a steak, baked potato, salad roll, beverage, and dessert. And get this, $5 of your ticket automatically goes towards a 50-50 raffle. Basket raffle also will be held. The athletic department has tickets for anyone that is interested. Get a look at Nate Pardon there and his junior varsity team.
A great deal with the Sports Hall of Fame. It's a great evening, and like Ron Bacalar used to tell me, it's like a hard-boiled egg. You can't beat it.
Wow. Well, we found out, I don't know if you knew this, but we found out Saturday, you weren't here, Bob Schlumbaker was here. I said, people can get a celebrity sighting of Bob Schlumbaker at that steak fry.
As a matter of fact, he bought some new pens over the weekend.
Steelman puts it up, no good, and coming out of there with the basketball is Cree Hall for Bedford. She'll pass it ahead. And being triple teamed on the baseline. And we get a whistle.
Yeah, Bob told me all about it.
You're going to lob it up top. Did he tell you what a good time we had with that triple header?
He did.
LaShanti Alston was fouled. It's going to be 3 fouls already on Lorain, just 2 minutes into the ball game. Not in the act of shooting. So it'll be Bedford to inbound with 4:21 to go in the first quarter. Kalia Hinton looking. Passes it up top for Alston. Alston guarded by Nixon. And there's a steal. Coming out of there is Bree Chapman for Lorain. Picks up her dribble. Finds Derica Coates. Coates will let it fly. It's a three. Banks it in.
Yeah.
Derica Coates just how she meant to do it. And it's 3-0 Lorain.
6:08 and the bank's open.
Right. Well, that's that 24-hour automatic
ATM.
Right. We go inside. The pass is going to be stolen away for Lorain. Coming out of there with it, it is Paige Barraclough, and the Titans are forced to take another timeout, Joe. Wow. And I know they didn't want to take it, but they do to not have a turnover. But already Lorain has taken 2 timeouts and 1 for Bedford, so that could prove to be important later on.
Yeah, we'll see if that comes back, makes a difference here.
Just a 30-second timeout as Lorain leads it by a score of 3-0. Derica Coates, the young sophomore, making a 3-point field goal. That's the only basket of this ball game to this point. So a little bit of a slow start. Each team has already taken a timeout. Lorain has taken 2.
I don't want to put you on the spot, Rob.
Yep.
Busy day today for me, and many irons in the fire, but it's my understanding the girls had their draw over the weekend. Is that correct? Do you happen to know where the varsity girls landed?
Yes.
Oh,
they
okay.
will.
We'll talk about that then.
Okay.
At some point, yeah.
Okay, you didn't want me to answer. You just wanted to know if I knew.
Well, I don't.
Yes, I know.
Next break in action.
I'm teasing. They get it inside the layup. I think that's called a tease, Joe.
Yeah, there we go, yes.
Nixon missed the shot. Bedford gets called for traveling. So, Lorain, I can't remember the day. I believe it's Saturday the 15th. Don't hold me to it. But they are going to host the Elyria Lady Pioneers. Lorain, the 7th seed. Elyria is the number 10 seed.
Well, nice to get to host the game. That's great.
Yes. And coming out of there with the basketball is Alston. She puts it off the glass and in.
Basket by number 12.
3-2, Lorain leads. Nixon with the basketball. Got it to Bree Chapman on the 3-point line. Right back to Nixon. She'll let it fly. That's good. It's a 3.
Nice.
Lorain has made 2 field goals. They're both threes. They lead 6-2 with a little over 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Long outlet, and that's going to be too far over the head of the intended receiver, Denham Whitted.
Yeah, I was meaning to check that today before tonight's game, but just didn't get a chance.
All good. Yeah, I saw that at work today.
Great.
The more I think about it, 99% sure that game is Saturday, February 15th.
Okay.
On the inbound, Paige Barricklow with it. Barricklow had her pass get knocked out of bounds.
Oh, no, it can't be here then.
Why?
We got a robotics tournament, I believe.
You're the higher seed. You might have to. So you automatically host sectional games. You could change the time of it or the date possibly, but.
Yeah.
They get it into Derica Coates. Coates with a reverse layup, and it's good.
Wow.
Coates with 5 points, and Lorain leads 8-2. So after a slow start, 9-2. No, it is 8-2.
8. 2 threes and a 2.
Yes. I made the mistake of looking at the Lorain scoreboard. 2:35 to go in the first quarter. Bedford throws it away. It'll be Lorain basketball. There's a shame on me. So the Titans with the basketball. In the backcourt with his Paige Barricklow. Barricklow one dribble, got it ahead to Derica Coates. They easily beat the press. Pass for Nixon on the baseline. Nixon got it inside. Shot by Barricklow. No good. Rebound comes down to the Bearcats, and they're going to clear it ahead to Hinton. Kalia Hinton will get it ahead to LaShanti Alston. Alston with a good pass inside, and in the paint, putting it up, missing from point-blank range is Whitted. You know,
wow.
Joe, Bedford has had a lot of good looks.
They have.
They can't get it to drop.
Right, yeah.
But it's not because of,
poor offense.
Right.
Run offense. No, this game looks good. The shots are there, but they're just not falling.
2:10 to go first quarter. 8-2 Lorain leads. Well, the Bedford JV coach, Jeffrey Green, conversation with one of the two referees. I don't know if he's asking about the scoreboard. That's not right. It is 8-2. Again, the JVs for Lorain undefeated at 15-0. And they're going to give this basketball to Bedford.
Maybe he was talking about the possession arrow, but should be looking at the scoreboard as well.
So inbound. You get it in. Alston was pushed. They're going to count that basket or not? No, they wave it off. So the bad news for Bedford, there's where a defensive foul is actually a good thing for Lorain. They get called for the foul. It takes the basket off the board. Foul was considered before the shot, so the Bearcats will have to inbound. Sometimes when it's not going well, things like that happen.
Right.
On the inbound, they're going to throw it away.
Things like that as well.
Yeah, right. So you take the basket off the board because of a defensive foul, and then you have a turnover. And sometimes that's just the way it goes. Get them to start the clock, Joe. There you go. It's going to be a long day.
I have no control over that.
I tried on Saturday, believe me. I don't either. Alston with the basketball between the circles. Alston, they fixed the scoreboard. They get it on the right side. We have a young lady out there for Bedford. We don't have her number. Inside, the shot goes up, missing it, but a couple of free throws for Cree Hall, a freshman.
Janaea Brooks at the free throw line for Bedford.
So Cree Hall, number 13, will shoot a couple of free throws. Free throw no good. Lorain still leading 8-2 with 1:46 to go first quarter. Hall again, short, and she got her own rebound. Bedford is 0 for 6 at the line this game. Pass is intercepted by Nixon. Delasia Nixon with the basketball for the Titans. Into the forecourt, and her pass is going to get knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Lorain.
Yeah, right, Rob. I mean, you hit 50% of them, and you got a one-possession game right now.
Exactly. And think of all the easy shots they've missed inside. I shouldn't say easy because they've been contested, but they've missed several shots within 5 feet of the basket. On the inbounds, they will get the basketball to Steelman. Steelman on the right wing. Nixon, she'll measure the three. She'll miss it, and that one will be out of bounds to Bedford. The 1:24 to go in the opening quarter. Girls Junior Varsity Basketball today on WLCS TV 20. Joe Bach with the camera work and the color commentary. My name's Rob Polinsky. Glad you could join us for high school girls basketball on what's been a heck of a season for Lorain.
So happy for Mark.
Yeah, I am too. Head coach Mark Feldman of the Varsity. He's been at this a long time. He's
put a lot of work into the elementary programs, and it's finally starting to show.
Yeah, it's paying off.
It is. So, good for him.
And you know what? Also good patience for Lorain, because they gave Mark time. Former head coach at Southview, had a lot of success. And sometimes it takes time. Bearcats comes out of there with a Bearcats will lay it up too strong. Offensive rebound, Derek Coates, no good. And a rebound is ripped out of there by Denham Whitted of Bedford. On the baseline, taking a baseline three are the Bearcats. That's off the side of the backboard. Missing that, it was Kalia Hinton. And Coates will clear, but her pass is intercepted by Alston. Gets it ahead to Whitted. She'll force it up. No good. Offensive rebound, no. And the Bearcats again will take a shot at it. Missed that one. Boy, their shooting percentage just not good. And coming out of there with a steal, Bree Chapman. Good job by Bree. She wants to look for a teammate. Her pass is going to get knocked away. Play a little sloppy right here. 15 seconds to go in the quarter. Bearcats get it inside. Cree Hall puts it off the glass and in. Hall with her first two. It's 8-4. 3 seconds to go in the quarter. They get it ahead to Bearcats, and she can't get it off. We've played one quarter of girls junior varsity basketball. Our score, it's Lorain 8, Bedford 4. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this. You're watching junior varsity girls basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Every year, the Salvation Army serves nearly 30 million people in need. That's one person every second. So by the time you've finished watching this, 30 more lives will have been changed for good. All thanks to your donations.
Thank you.
Inspiring city and campus. Inspiring people. Inspiring creativity. Inspiring hands-on learning. Inspiring global experiences. Inspiring traditions. Be a Buckeye. Inspire.
And the second quarter getting underway. Lorain will inbound. They lead 8-4. It was Derek Coates leading the way with 5. Delasia Nixon with 3. That accounts for the Lorain scoring. And for the Bearcats, Alston with a basket. Cree Hall with a basket makes it 8-4. Chapman, a 3. Puts it up back of the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, Derek Coates. Back up, no, but she's fouled. Derek will shoot a couple of free throws. So Derek Coates will go to the line. Lorain undefeated, if you're just joining us. Coach Nate Pardon's team looking to go 16-0.
Great year
on the season. Of course, the junior varsity teams, they don't play a tournament. They're the one level that you don't play a tournament.
Yeah.
You have a freshman tournament. You have 7th and 8th grade tournaments. Varsity, obviously, everybody knows about that, but JVs don't. So a chance for Lorain. Finish the regular season undefeated.
Yeah, we don't want to jinx them, but yeah, chances are pretty
Joe,
decent.
you and I have nothing to do with it. Derek Coates makes 1 out of 2. This just in. We got nothing to do with it.
I know.
Because if we did have something to do with it, guess what? They wouldn't be undefeated.
Well, yeah, you got a point there.
9-4. Lorain leads by 5. With the basketball is Hinton. Hinton gets it on the baseline. And the shot is going to go up. Missing that is Lyric Wells. Wells into the game for the second quarter. Derek Coates trying to go coast to coast. And she is going to pass it to Devalier. Off her, loose on the floor, and she gets it out to Chapman. Nice job by Coates staying with it. They get it inside, and laying that up and in is Paige Bearcats. And give credit to Derek Coates for getting rid of that basketball after she fell down.
Persistence pays off there. They just kept at it.
Would have been very easy for Derek to travel right there. 11-4, that lob is too far. And Brian Corey is going to be the closest one to that.
Oh, and he did it. He did it without spilling his popcorn.
Right, that's impressive.
Wow. I know you say, Rob, it has nothing to do with it, but it's just so funny. An announcer, will say, oh, guy at the free throw line, he's hit 16 in a row, and as soon as he says it, he misses.
Joe, they say a lot of things in 2 hours. Some of it are relevant, some of them aren't.
That's true.
A three-pointer goes up, it's off the rim and over the backboard, no good. 11-4, Lorain leads, 5:40 to go in the first half. Coming out of there with the basketball are the Bedford Bearcats, and that's going to be an over and back violation as they lose it and have to go into the backcourt to touch it. So that turnover will give the ball back to Lorain. Titans up by 7, their biggest lead. DeValier back into the game. She got 2 very early fouls. Young lady that's going to inbound for Lorain. She had to sit the rest of the first quarter. She's back in. Nixon gets it, tries to get it to DeValier, and that's knocked away and stolen. Good job defensively for Bedford. Hinton into the forecourt. Kalia with a pass up top. They working around the perimeter on the left side 3 ball. That one's no good. Derica Coates for Lorain with it. She looks up top. A nice long bounce pass to Bree Chapman. She comes up with it. Threw it at the basket. No. Barraclough, no, but she's fouled. So Paige Barraclough will shoot a couple of free throws.
Nice job by Paige following the shot. Didn't get the shot to fall, but she'll get 2 attempts at the line.
So Paige at the line for 2. Again, at this level, they don't put the number of the young lady that commits the foul, so sometimes we can, it's obvious, sometimes we can see what the refs are showing, but a lot of times up here we just can't see it, so that's why we don't tell you. Paige Barraclough makes the free throw, makes it 12-4. 5:11 to go in the first half. Barraclough's second free throw is up and no good. And coming out of there with a rebound is Kalia Hinton. Hinton gets it ahead to Lyric Wells. Wells had her pocket picked by Coates. Derica Coates coming the other way. Nice bounce pass to Chapman. She unselfishly got it to Barraclough, made it in a foul. How about that, Joe? There's a couple of unselfish plays by Lorain. They had good shots. They gave them up for better shots. They get the basket and the foul.
Yeah, they definitely got rewarded for that.
Nice teamwork. You like to see that.
I do.
Obviously, they're not interested in the individual score sheet. They're interested in the number on the board, which is more important. That's impressive. And right there, Barraclough makes the three-point play, give her 6. And Lorain is out in front 15-4. And coming out of there is Barraclough. Got it to Nixon on the steal on the press. Nixon now will go at it. It's partially blocked. Ball loose on the floor. DeValier got it out to Coates. She'll launch one and make another 3. Derica Coates, her second 3-ball of the game. And all of a sudden, Lorain leads 18-4.
Wow. 14 points just like that.
They led 8-4 after 1. They've outscored Bedford 10-0 in the second quarter. Alston puts it up no good, and the cold shooting continues for the Bearcats. The outlet for Bree Chapman lost it, and Alston stole it. Alston coming out of there, 3-on-2, right side Wells. Wells puts it up, in and out. Bedford has had several of those today, where they just are halfway down and kick it back out. Chapman will throw it at the basket. That's over the basket, no good. And coming out of there with a rebound is Amaria Richardson. She looks like she's gimping a little bit. She does. Hurt her ankle earlier in the game, Joe. Had to come out. She's back in there, but she is not 100%. As the play gets a little sloppy on both ends, Titans throw it away. Substitution for Lorain. Nasiah Steelman, who played in the first quarter, comes back in. Also now in for the first time is Faye Olatoya. So Faye Olatoya comes in. And we're going to get a timeout for Bedford. Bearcats want a timeout. Joe, with 3:46 to go in the first half, what say you we take one as well?
Sounds good to me.
We'll be back right after this. You're watching Girls Junior Varsity Basketball on WLCS TV 20.
The Warriors to Work program makes it possible for wounded warriors and their families to build new lives together.
When my dad left, I was like this big, but now I'm like this big. My dad got a master's degree in human resources.
Thanks to Warriors to Work that my dad has a terrific job.
The Wounded Warrior Project helps him by, giving him another start.
Now that my dad's home, I get a lot more hugs.
I'm really proud of him.
Find out more about Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home the brave.
3:46 to go, first half. Following the Bedford timeout, each team with 3 remaining. Lorain leads 18-4, and it's Bedford basketball. And LaShanti Alston, who has 2 of the 4 Bedford points, brings it into the forecourt. Her pass to Amari Jones into the ball game for the first time. It's going to be stolen away by Nixon. Delasia Nixon for Lorain gets tied up. Jump ball, alternating possession arrow will give it back to the Bearcats. Jones inbounds it to Alston. Alston looking. Gets it to Lyric Wells, but it went off her hands, and there's Coach Nate Pardon over there on the sidelines who came up with that one. Coach Pardon showing off his hands right there. And bringing it into the forecourt is Barraclough. Barraclough gets tied up, alternating possession, give it to Lorain. 3:07 to go in the first half. Titans up 18-4. Girls junior varsity basketball, Lorain looking to stay undefeated and improve to 16-0 on this season. They're going to get it into Barraclough. Beautiful bounce pass to Valier, but she couldn't finish. And Alston with the outlet pass. And the Bearcats with a layup.
2 for 22.
Yeah, Bedford finally able to finish on one there.
Bearcats with the basket. And they get it ahead. Shot goes up. No good by the Titans. Devalier puts it up and in. Makes it 20-6. 20-6 Titans. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. And the pass cross court is out of bounds. With the basketball into the forecourt is Barraclough. Gets it to Nixon. Nixon, man-to-man, guarded by Wells. It's out of bounds. It'll go to Bedford. So good defense there by Lyric Wells. Bearcats to inbound. They trail 20-6. 2 minutes, 10 seconds remains in the first half. Rob Polinsky, Joe Bach from Lorain High School girls junior varsity basketball. A makeup from a snow out a couple of weeks ago, as Joe told you at the top of the telecast. Wells misses the three, and the rebound comes down to Barraclough. Her outlet pass is intercepted by Alston. Alston with a bounce pass for Wells. Wells puts it up and in.
Well done.
Lyric Wells with the basket. And that's back-to-back baskets for Bedford. They cut the 16-point lead to 12. Devalier on the drive off the bottom of the backboard. And the Bearcats got the ball, but they were out of bounds, so it'll be Lorain ball. I didn't mind that snow out, Joe. I had a Saturday where I stayed in bed a little longer than I was going to plan on doing.
Yeah, we got the notice early, so was able to get the word out to everybody.
Devalier puts it up, missed it, got her own rebound. Devalier lost it on the way up, and coming out of there with it is Hinton for Bedford. And it goes out of bounds now, and the officials talking it over. And it's going to be Bedford basketball, I believe, with 1:24 to go in the half. What a season it has been for the Lorain girls. So again, it's worth mentioning that the JVs 15-0, the varsity 14-3. I did some quick math today and realized that the two teams combined are 29-3 this year.
That's awesome.
Really, really is. Ball gets knocked out of bounds. It'll be Bedford basketball. Joe, I'm somebody that believes, you know, I was telling you I don't believe in an announcer's jinx, but I do believe that I think you can get momentum from your junior varsity to your varsity. If the varsity girls come out and see the JV girls playing strong, playing hard, winning games, I think that momentum can carry over. I don't know if that's had anything to do with the success of this year, but I do believe that can be the case. Lyric Wells misses the three. Devalier comes out of there with it, gets it ahead to Nixon. Likewise, the other side of that coin, your JV comes out and they lose night after night. I think sometimes that can have a little bit of an effect on the varsity.
Right. Well, plus some of the girls will play varsity.
Correct.
And then they'll, JV, and then they'll play up for varsity. So they already got the momentum and are already pumped about winning, and then they're taking that on to the varsity.
Right. If you have that confidence, you say, hey, we already won one, let's get another one. I do think that is the case sometimes. Lyric Wells with the basketball, fakes the three, drives in, over Devalier, back of the rim, no. And coming out of there is Paige Barraclough for the Titans. And she'll throw it away. It's going to be Bedford basketball. This one's gotten sloppy at times.
It has, yeah.
But Lorain leads it 20-8. Round one in the LEL over at Bedford. Coach Pardon told me that his team won by approximately 20 points. So a relatively easy win, but like we mentioned, Saturday, Lorain had a dogfight with Cleveland Heights after they beat them handily the first time. Much different story this past Saturday. Hope you had a chance to watch that one on WLCS TV 20.
Yeah, Cleveland Heights and Lorain are always near the top as far as the girls' basketball. So no surprise that Cleveland Heights gave Lorain all it can handle.
This jumper no good, but we get a whistle and a foul on Barraclough. Going to the line for two for the Bedford Bearcats is Amari Jones. Stops the clock with just 15.4 seconds remaining in the first half. Jones line left, put it up and in. Jones with her first point, the sophomore off the bench. Second toss, that one's off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound, back up, no. And coming out of there with it for Lorain is DeValier. 10 seconds, gets it to Barraclough. Barraclough across midcourt. The shot goes up by Steelman, and she got it, and it's a two. Steelman was on the line. That is a two, her first points of the game, and that'll do it for the first half. What a first half for Lorain. At halftime, it's the Lorain Lady Titans 22, Bedford 9. We'll be back with the second half of action. You're watching girls junior varsity basketball. Tonight's game is on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Sergeant Michelle Garcia served meritoriously in Iraq and has the medals to prove it. Soon after leaving the Navy, Lieutenant Chris Scott found a job, a home, and started a family of his own. Corpsman Richard Stokely took the skills he learned in Vietnam and put them to good use as a paramedic. But soon after leaving the military, each of these veterans fell on hard times and faced homelessness. Even after Michelle lost all her savings, even after Chris wasn't able to pay his mortgage, and even after Richard battled alcoholism for years, they each reached out for help when they needed it most. A simple phone call put them in touch with a trained professional from the Department of Veterans Affairs. That call got Michelle a place to stay until she could afford one of her own, put Chris in touch with employment assistance, and found Richard a substance abuse program. These veterans are success stories not only for how they were able to help others while serving their country, but for how they were able to let others help them. If you know of or are a veteran in need, make the call.
Copy and paste. There's a lot of hidden dangers out there in cyberspace. Never put your personal information online unless you ask your parents and they say that it's fine. Before you log on, don't be hasty. Please be smart with online safety. Stop and think before your connection. Use these steps for your protection. Online safety.
Stop. Think.
Connect.
Can I go to the sleepover?
Lucy, I want you to promise me something. If there's any drinking, I want you to say, no thanks, not my thing.
Mom.
I promise you, your real friends won't care. Deal?
I promise, Mom.
They really do hear you.
Did you pack your toothbrush?
For tips on how to start the talk, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov. A public service message from the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration.
From providing care,
I served in the United States Army Nurse Corps,
to serving near the front lines.
I was the first woman ever to deploy on a Strategic Air Command deployment.
Military women have served in many roles while paving the way for others.
I lobbied for women to be on board submarines.
The veterans' benefits you earned honor that service and can help with challenges you face on the home front. From job training to disability compensation to buying a home with a VA guaranteed home loan.
I'll be able to change my career and make more money and provide a better life for my family.
Find out more about your eligibility, including how to apply online using e-benefits.
I'm proud to be an Army Reserve veteran. My mission now is to help women with military service learn about their veterans' benefits.
Achieve your next mission. Learn about and apply for your VA benefits today.
And welcome back. Start of the second half. Bedford inbound. JV girls basketball. The Bedford Bearcats trailing 22-9. Lorain outscored them 8-4 in the first quarter, 14-5 in the second quarter to take this commanding double-digit lead to begin quarter number 3. For Lorain individually, it was Paige Barraclough with 6. Derica Coates leads everybody with 9. Delasia Nixon has 3. Miriam DeValier with a basket. Off the bench, Nasaya Steelman has a basket. That's the Lorain 22. And they're going to lob it up top, and we're going to get a Chapman called for the foul. That'll be the first on Lorain the second half. For the Bedford Bearcats, Alston with a basket. Jones has a free throw. Wells with a basket. And Bedford with 9 points in the first half. Lorain trying to stay undefeated. That's the storyline of this one, as they are currently 15-0, Nate Pardon's ball club. That pass went out of bounds off of Titan, so it'll be Bedford to inbound once again. And inbounding the basketball will be Kalia Hinton, sophomore. Gets it into Cree Hall, a freshman. Bounce pass, Chapman went for the steal, still loose on the floor. Coming out of there with it is LaShanti Alston of Bedford. Man-to-man defense for the Lorain JVs, and swatting it out of there is DeValier. He got it to Nixon. And Nixon gets called for a double dribble.
Yep.
Correct call there on Delasia Nixon. The official in the backcourt saw it.
And you have the Forecast magazine there, Rob. Is Lorain's last game of the season, is that a home or an away?
Okay, we'll get that for you in a minute here.
Oh, at your leisure, yeah. I was just kind of,
we'll get it.
Oh, nice block.
All right, I'm sorry, ask me the question again.
Oh, Lorain's last game of the season.
Yeah, according to the Forecast magazine, it will be at home against Warrensville Heights.
Oh, good. It's at home.
The final two are at home with Firelands and Warrensville Heights.
Great. So I'll have to add that to the schedule.
Layup is up and in. And that is going to be laying that up, Delasia Nixon. She has 5. Yeah, according to this, the Titans would have 2 more home games, Joe. Next Monday, the 10th against Firelands, and the 12th against Warrensville Heights. With the basketball is Hinton. Hinton gets it to Whitted. Denham Whitted puts it up, no, but she's fouled. It's either Derica Coates or Miriam DeValier, and from here you cannot tell what the referee indicated. But it'll be Whitten at the line for 2. The sophomore looking for her first points of the game. So Denham Whitted puts it up and no good. Second free throw, no good. And Derica Coates comes out of there with it. Coates with the basketball into the forecourt, got it to Barraclough. Barraclough on the three-point line. Bounce pass. Nixon. Right back to Paige Barraclough. Barraclough, top of the key 3. Just a bit too strong, and it's knocked out of bounds. Somebody's glasses fall off. And it's going to be Bedford basketball, and I think it's Miriam DeValier it is.
It is, yep.
Picks up the glasses, says they're good. Limps a little. So she must have got hit high and low, Joe. She's limping, and the glasses flew off. I don't think one has anything to do with the other. 5:15 to go in the third quarter. Still nobody has scored in this. I'm sorry, Lorain did score a basket. They lead 24-9. My apologies. Bearcats with it. Coates went for the steal, and it's out of bounds. That should be Lorain basketball. 2 officials had different views of that, but it went off of Bedford Bearcat. And it's going to stay with Bedford. Boy, I thought that was Lorain basketball, and that's what one of the officials indicated. But anyway, they give it to the Bearcats. They get it inside. The shot goes up and in. That's Denham Whitted. So Whitted with her first 2. 24-11, Lorain, 4:50 to go, quarter number 3. And we're going to get a whistle and a foul on the Bearcats. That'll be their first of the second half. Devalier comes out, coming back in for Lorain. The JVs is Nasiah Steelman. Inbound, it went too far, and it's going to be Bedford getting the turnover. Who's calling Joe Bach on a Monday when we all know that there's girls basketball to be played?
The Lorain City Schools robocall.
Oh, I see. With the basketball to the forecourt. I thought you were going to say Mrs. Bach. That would have been great. Get it inside. Whitted puts it up. No good. Offensive rebound back up. No. Again, Cree Hall put it up and in. Cree Hall with 4. She'll look for 5 at the line. Coates will come out. Hall puts it up. Off the back of the rim, no good. And offensive rebound, Whitted back up and in. So a nice run here for Bedford. All of a sudden it's 24-15. Outlet for, yeah, exactly. Nixon ahead of the pack, lays it up and in, right. You beat the press, you get an easy layup. That's what happens. Nixon with 7. And it's 26-15. Lorain back up double digits. And the Bearcats lose control of it out of bounds. It'll be Titan basketball. It's almost like they realized, they looked at the scoreboard, saw it was in single digits, and said, we better get back at it. Long outlet ahead again for Nixon. Nixon puts it up. That's off the rim. No. The battle for the rebound goes out of bounds, and it's going to go to the young ladies from Cuyahoga County. It'll be Bedford basketball. Bearcats, a member of the LEL like Lorain is. Bedford in the green away uniforms. Bearcats, green jerseys, green shorts, trimmed in white and black. Lorain in the home whites, and they are trimmed in blue. Whitted, cross court. 3 ball goes up, and that's off the rim, no good. Offensive rebound. Bedford out hustling the Titans here a little bit this quarter, in my opinion. And it's out of bounds to Lorain. And for the Bearcats coming back into the contest, we saw her in the first half. It's Amari Jones. She had a free throw for 1 point. Titans with it. They lead by 11. 3.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Bree Chapman, a corner 3. Off the rim, no good. Bearcats clear it ahead, and it's going to be Kalia Hinton with the basketball. Hinton will get it up top for Alston, right back to Hinton. Hinton, cross court with her pass to Jones. She'll let it fly. That's off the rim, no good. And clearing the rebound is Paige Barraclough for Lorain, but her outlet is picked off. They get it ahead to Cree Hall. Left-handed layup is good. Cree Hall with 6. 26-17. Into the forecourt with the basketball. They're going to pass it for Barraclough. Went off of a Titan or off of a Bearcat, and laying it up and in. It's going to be Steelman. She has 4. 28-17, Lorain. 2:25 to go, third quarter. They're going to get it to the foul line. Whitted has it. Whitted put it up and in. Whitted with 6, 28-19. Bree Chapman with the basketball. Chapman gets it ahead to Barraclough. Barraclough across the timeline. Barraclough into the lane, puts it up, off the glass and in. Paige Barraclough with 8. And the Titans regain a double-digit lead at 30-19. Under 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Girls junior varsity basketball today. And they're trying to get rid of it. They do so to Alston in the corner. Jones, Mari Jones, her pass knocked away. Nixon locked it loose. Chapman came out of there with it. She's going to be fouled by LaShanti Alston. And for Bedford this half, that'll be their second team foul.
Yeah, it seems like every time Bedford gets it under a double digit, Lorain just almost immediately scores on the next possession to take it back to 11.
Yeah, to this point, no doubt about that. Have that comfortable double-digit lead, 90 seconds to go in the third, and Bearcats comes down, puts it up. It's a jumper that's missed off the rim, and the Bearcats will throw it out of bounds off a Titan, so Bedford will inbound. And they get it in. That's Whitted with it. Well, she's had a good quarter, 6 points all in this third quarter. Whitted will pass on the left wing to Hinton. Kalia Hinton wears number 33 on that Bedford jersey. Her pass to Alston. Alston, and she had it stolen by Bree Chapman. Nice job by Chapman. Head to Bearcats. Now the ball's loose on the floor. Whitted comes up with it. She's going to be fouled by Chapman. So again, play gets a little sloppy here at times. This junior varsity affair. Fourth team foul on the Titans. And on the outlet pass, it's going to come out of there to Alston. Top of the circle. Left side, Jones takes it. Misses off the rim. Offensive rebound, Cree Hall on the way up. It was knocked away by a Titan, and it's going to be Lorain basketball, as it was last touched by Cree Hall.
Bedford just hanging around.
They are. 30-19. You mentioned that at the top of the telecast, Joe, that if Bedford could hang around, they would get more and more confidence as this ball game would continue. They were down 13 at half. They're down 11 right now. If they could cut it to single digits going into that fourth quarter, you'd think they'd feel a little bit better about themselves. 40 seconds to go in the third. Jones with a pass inside for Hall. Hall saved it from going out of bounds. Her pass is knocked away and stolen. And they're going to outlet it to Nixon. Nixon on the drive. Put it up and in. Yes, it was. Delasia Nixon with 9, 6 in this quarter. Lorain leads 32-19. With the basketball into the forecourt, come the Bearcats. Alston with her pass. It's going to be intercepted. It is intercepted, and we're going to get Faye Olatoya that gets called for a double dribble after getting the steal. We saw Olatoya in the first half. She did not score. Back into the ball game for the Titans. They inbound. 6 seconds to go in the third. Pass comes out to Hinton. 2 seconds, 1, and they're not going to get a shot off before the end of the third quarter. We played 3 quarters of girls junior varsity basketball. Our score, it's Lorain 32, Bedford 19. We're back with the fourth quarter right after this timeout. You're watching girls junior varsity basketball. Today's game is on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
We make Marines who overpower the desire to quit with the perseverance to prevail. Not for glory, but for honor. For a code that isn't written or spoken, but lived. It's what we do. It's who we are. It's the battle cry of our fighting spirit. Battles won. See all the battles Marines fight to win at marines.com.
Start of the fourth quarter, Titans lead at 32-19. Each team with 10 points in the third quarter. And that's how Lorain's 22-9 halftime advantage turned into a 32-19 lead after 3. Devalier tries to get the feed. It's intercepted. And coming out of there with it are the Bedford Bearcats.
Oh, nice.
That's good. Bearcats number 22. We don't have that number on our program. And it's 32-21. Lorain's lead is cut to 11. For the Titans to begin the fourth quarter, they're going to go with Nixon, Coates, Bearcats, Steelman, and Devalier. Bedford has Alston, Also on the floor, they have Amari Jones, Cree Hall, and the fourth young lady is Kalia Hinton.
Don't look now, Rob.
Right, Alston with a basket. She has 4, and it's 32-23. And they get it inside. With it is Paige Barraclough. Barraclough puts it up off of the glass and rim, no good. Long outlet by Cree Hall, but that's going to get intercepted by Derica Coates.
Oh, big turnover.
It is. Coates inside the three-point line, puts it up and in.
Huge turnover.
Derica Coates makes him pay. She's got 11. And it's 34-23 Titans with 5:50 to go in the third quarter. Bearcats with the basketball. They pass it to Alston. Alston guarded by Nixon. Man-to-man defense for Bedford. Boy, there was Cree Hall was all alone underneath the basket, and the Bearcats couldn't find her. So it'll be Lorain basketball with 5.5 minutes to play in the game. Ball got away. Inbounding the basketball, it's going to be Bree Chapman. Chapman gets it into Paige Barraclough. Barraclough with a lob for Coates. Coates into the lane, and she is fouled. And that foul is going to go to Kalia Hinton of Bedford. Question will be, was she in the act of shooting or not? It's the third foul on Bedford this half. And I think they're going to say no, she was not shooting. We're going to inbound the basketball. Somebody for Lorain's got to inbound it, and it will be Paige Barraclough. Barraclough got it into Devalier. Devalier double team. Put it up off the glass and in. Nice move to the basket, Joe, by Miriam Devalier. She has 4.
Yeah, Lorain starting to close a little bit. The lead up to 13.
With just over 5 minutes remaining in this contest as they try to stay undefeated. Cree Hall spins in the lane, put it up, missed it. Loose on the floor. Alston gets an offensive rebound. We're passing the corner to Jones. She lets it fly, misses it. And coming out of there with it is Hinton with another offensive board. And her pass to Alston, she makes the basket. Alston with 6.
Yeah, Lady Bearcats won't go away.
Alston with 6, 4:45 to go in the game. Derica Coates with it. Coates into the lane to Devalier. Devalier puts it up back of the rim, no good. Cree Hall comes out of there with it, gets tied up. Jump ball. It'll be Bedford basketball. With 4:36 to go in this basketball game. Lorain getting a little bit closer to going to 16-0 on the season. And obviously also undefeated in Lake Erie League play. Jump ball on the inbounds. This time it's going to go to Lorain. Lorain led after 8-4 in a low-scoring first quarter, but it was a big second quarter that got it going for the Titans. They outscored Bedford 14-5 in the second stanza to take a 4-point lead and kick it out to 13 at half. They get it into Devalier. She scores on the pretty feed from Coates. 38-25 of Lorain. 4:10 to go in the ball game. This has been about what it's been since the halftime 13-point game. It's been kind of like this for the whole second half, Joe. And the Bearcats throw it away. They're going to get it ahead to Bree Chapman. She'll lay it up, and too strong. Offensive rebound. Barraclough, she misses it. Ball loose on the floor. They still battle for it, and the Titans are going to shoot a couple of free throws in Bree Chapman.
Yeah, Lorain's starting to pull away now, but just a few minutes ago, it was a 9-point lead for the Titans. Bedford had the ball. A good-looking shot. If it would have went down, it could have took the lead, Titan lead, down to 7, but they couldn't convert, and then Lorain ran off, I think, the next 4 or 5.
Well, like you mentioned a few times, that every time Bedford got it to 9, they could never get any closer than that, and it was basically immediately after they'd cut it to single digits, the Titans would push it back out to 11 or 13 points. Chapman's free throw is up and in.
Good-looking shot.
That's her first point of the ball game for Bree Chapman. Back in for Lorain is Delasia Nixon. She has 9 points, including 6 in the third quarter. Line left, Chapman again, good again.
All right.
And that makes it 40-25, Titans by 15. And the inbound will get poked out of bounds by Chapman. It'll be Bedford to try it again. Well, inbound to Jones. Jones gets it across midcourt. Now she throws it in the backcourt. That'll be an over and back violation. I think Amari Jones just kind of lost track and forgot where she was on the floor.
Yeah. I think she realized that once it left her hands.
Oh, yeah. It was like you could almost see as soon as she let it go. She was trying to grab the pass back, but couldn't do that. Chapman gets it into Barraclough for three. That's a little long. And the rebound comes down to Hinton of Bedford. Bounce pass inside. Cree Hall puts it up. It's partially blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Bedford. With 3:27 to go in the ball game. Three ball goes up, side of the backboard, out of bounds to the Titans. Titan basketball, they lead by 15. And they get it ahead into the lane. Cree Hall stole it out of there. They get it to LaShante Alston. Alston will try to go coast to coast, put it up, back of the rim, no good. Got her own rebound, puts it up, and Devalier, I think, gets called for the foul. A couple of free throws here. So we'll have Alston at the line. She has 6 points. Free throw is up and in. Second one, back of the rim, no good. Rebound, Devalier. Devalier will hand it off to Paige Barraclough. Barraclough with the basketball. Barraclough across midcourt. Barraclough in between the circles. Got it to Bree Chapman. Chapman will drive. Chapman put it up and in. Bree Chapman with 4 points now, all in the fourth quarter. And with 2:45 to go in the ball game, Lorain with their biggest lead of the day, 42-26. They lead by 16. Kalia Hinton with a pass for Bedford into the lane. And missing that, Cree Hall got the rebound and she scores. Cree Hall with 8, 42-28. Coates with the basketball for Lorain. Her bounce pass ahead to Devalier, all alone, scores.
Nicely done.
Yep, she has 8, 44-28. Well, it's been several times today. They beat that Bedford press, and nobody back for the Bearcats makes for easy baskets. With it is Alston spinning, puts it up at the foul line, and she hit it. Nice job by LaShante Alston. Joe, she's got 9. 7 of those 9 are here in the fourth quarter. She's trying to keep her team in it, but too little, too late. Again, they get it ahead to Devalier as Bedford is gambling on defense, and Bedford, Lorain is making them pay.
It's leading to easy layups.
Yes, it is. Minute 40 to go in the ball game. Titans by 16. Alston with it. Alston on the drive. Alston inside the foul line. Nice pass to Cree Hall. She lays it in.
Well, we got a scoring barrage here in the last 3 minutes.
For sure, both teams heating up. Derica Coates will measure a long one. That's off the rim, no. Devalier got the offensive rebound. Her pass to Nixon. Nixon forces it up. Glass rim, no. Rebound Devalier. Hooked it back up, no. Rebound Devalier. She'll kick it out to Derica Coates. She's not bashful. She'll miss it. And the rebound comes down to the Bearcats. Nixon coming up from behind. She knocks it down away, and then she gets pushed from behind. That's going to be an intentional foul. And with 1:02 to go in the game, Lorain's going to shoot a couple of free throws. As Delasia Nixon was pushed from behind.
Yeah, definitely not a basketball play there.
We'll get a couple of free throws, and it'll be Lorain's possession. That one was obvious.
Yeah.
So Nixon will shoot a couple.
And Lorain will get the ball.
With 1:02 to go in this one. Joe, do we take a break after the game, or do we...
oh, yeah, no, we treat each game separately.
No, I know that. But do I take a break and then sign off, or do I close it out as soon as the game's over?
No, we could, whichever you prefer. If you need to run the totals or anything, you could do that.
I'd like to do that, so I'd like to take a timeout.
Sure, we'll take a break right at the conclusion, and then we'll come back and wrap it up.
Can you tell I haven't worked with Joe this year yet? It's been a while. I just forgot how we do things. I've not been with you. I worked with Bob on Saturday.
That's how we did a middle school game. Maybe not.
I don't think so.
Wow.
Well, I hope not, because I didn't put down for it. Coach puts it up. No good. I can't remember, Joe. You get to be my age. It's like, forget it. Devalier gets it inside to Coates. Coates lays it up and in. Derica Coates with a layup. And it's 49-32. 40 seconds to go. We'll get it ahead. And the shot goes up. It's no good. Devalier with a rebound for the Titans. For a long out for Derica Coates. Coates got it. Coates lays it up and in. 51-32. 25 seconds to go in the game.
Nice to see the ladies hit the half-century mark here.
Yeah, they're up to 51. Bearcats with it. The shot goes up. Glass rim no good. Derica Coates fighting for the rebound, and it goes out of bounds off of her with 11 seconds remaining. So congratulations to the Lorain Junior Varsity team. They go to 16-0 on the 2019-2020 campaign. And the lob is going to be stolen by Coates. Coates will dribble out the clock. As we're down to 5 seconds, and that'll do it. Lorain wins it by a final score of 51-32. We'll take a timeout, and we'll wrap things up right after this. You've been watching Girls Junior Varsity Basketball, WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
Ohio State is saving lives every day.
This is Ohio State.
We're the economic engine of the state. A major employer.
Over 60,000 students. We're on the forefront of cancer research. An educational core of Ohio.
Impacting tens of thousands daily.
Our alumni organization is nearly 500,000 worldwide.
This is Ohio State.
This is Ohio State.
Ohio State.
This is the Ohio State University.
And the Lorain High School Junior Varsity Basketball team coach Nate Parton improved to 16-0 as they defeat Bedford tonight by a score of 51-32. Rob Polinsky, Joe Bach here with you. Scoring by quarters, Lorain led after one 8-4. They started to pull away in the second quarter. They outscored Bedford 14-5 in the second stanza to go up 22-9 as they headed into intermission. Second half, third quarter, each team with 10 points. Lorain led 32-19 after 3, and the Titans pulled away, each team heating up a bit in the fourth quarter. Lorain outscored them 19-13 in the fourth to win at 51-32. Individually, Bree Chapman for Lorain with 4, Paige Barraclough with 8, Derica Coates, one of 3 young ladies in double figures with 15. Delasia Nixon had 10, Miriam Devalier with 10. 47 from the starting 5. Off the bench, it was Nasaya Steelman with 4 points. 4 off the bench. 47 for the starters gave Lorain their victorious total of 51. For Bedford, Alston had 9. Hall led them with 10. It was Whitted with 6. So 25 from the starting 5. Off the bench, Jones had 1. Lyric Wells with 2. 7 off the bench, 25 for the starters gave Bedford their total of 32. Joe, again, undefeated for the junior varsity girls basketball team, 16-0. They're having an incredible season.
Definitely are, and I hope this feeds, like you were mentioning before, this feeds onto the varsity, and the varsity could continue their winning ways as well.
And that's going to do it for our junior varsity broadcast tonight. Again, our final score, it was Lorain 51, Bedford 32. You've been watching girls junior varsity basketball on WLCS TV 20, home of Lorain City Schools Television.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.